First of all, thank you for tuning in again. I hope it's helping you, that my little series on healing yourself. I never mean to make light of any kind of disease, so please, I don't want anybody to get the impression that I think that having a disease is a light thing. It's not. I know it's not. I just want to share with you some of the things that worked for me in helping me to heal myself. Basically, the diagnosis that I had associated with my idiopathic cardiomyopathy was not good, was not in any way impressive. After 9 months, things were not working for me. The doctors told me to get my affairs in order, and I had this really strange attitude. I think that I was very, very fortunate. From the moment I was diagnosed, which took a long time, I walked around with the disease for a long time, I think that I was in denial. There's no question. I had no idea that I could ever have something like that. And when I was diagnosed and I started on medication, from the very first evening, I never had another symptom again. So when I would make my periodic trips into the specialist and he would do all the tests again and look at my results, he would say to me, he would shake his head and say, you know, this is really serious. I don't think you understand how serious this is. And I would say, okay, tell me what to do. Tell me what I can do. And at some point, they were really stymied. So after about 9 months, I made some drastic changes of the way I was going to deal with my illness. But one of the first things that I want to tell you today is, please, whatever you do, really don't spend a lot of time reading the medical sites online. The diagnosis and the information that they give you is really meant for professional people. We really can't self-diagnose. That was probably the first mistake that I made prior to being diagnosed with this issue. But on top of that, if you go in there, I think it's more a matter of feeling sorry for yourself. I'm going in here because I feel sorry for myself. I want to understand my problem so I can share it with everybody, or take myself lower into this depression that's easy to come along when you're diagnosed with something as serious as heart issue or any kind of serious illness that doesn't really have what they call a good prognosis. And mine definitely didn't have a good prognosis. Something to the effects of, at best, will make you comfortable, and there's lots of innovations today, and maybe somewhere down the road they may have answers that are better than what they had in 2008. In any case, my advice is be really careful what you read online. And if you do, just kind of keep it to yourself. And if you make some notes, you want to discuss it with the doctors, that's great. But I think more focus on the positive information that is out there. So even on the website where you found, on YouTube where you found my video about healing yourself, there are many other options of listening to people and things that you can read. So I will say that with my particular issue, when I realized that nothing seemed to be working and that it was a heart issue, I just looked inside myself at my life, and I realized that the majority of issues that I've had all my life have been, you might call them romantic issues, relationship issues, various things in that area. And I realized, swollen heart, that made total sense to me. If something was going to happen to me that was serious in my life, having a swollen heart was a pretty good place to start. So if I was going to fix those issues, I think first I had to look inside my emotional heart and work from there. So one of the things I did was write it all out. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that the next time we chat. Thank you very much for tuning in, and subscribe if you like what I have to say. Thank you.